Tomorrow is an important day for the students belonging to matriculation or class 10th students because we are going to appear in the examination for English subject. If you keep some points, I hope you all have prepared well for the examinations which will be conducted on 29th March 2023 means the next day. Please refer your books that is First Flight and Footprints Without Feet. Once again, at a glance, you should remember chapter, the writer's name, poem, poet's name, as well as what is the subject matter of this story. That is summary of the story. Because you have been asked objective type questions, that is MCQ, multiple choice questions, as well as subjective type questions for 40 marks. 40 marks objective, 40 marks subjective questions will be asked tomorrow. That's why there are some important chapter. If you undergo the subject matter, certainly your performance will be better in the examination. Number one, just I am going to take the book foot, First Flight. Chapter number 1 is nothing but a letter to God. Writer G.L. Fontes. In this lesson, you have studied about the life of Lencho, who had great faith in the existence of God. That's why he wrote a letter to God in view to receive 100 pesos, because he had nothing left to eat that year due to the falling of hailstones. His whole crops have been ruined due to the falling of hailstones. In this story, it has been described that Lencho believed in the existence of God and he had full faith in God. Then, how can you remember a man or a farmer can believe in God today? This is an important lesson. The question will be asked from this chapter also. Chapter number 2, Long Walk to Freedom. Written by, this is an autobiography which has been written by Nelson Mandela. Full name Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela. Go the subject matter. The subject matter is nothing but the policy of apartheid. Policy, that is white supremacy, has been described in this lesson. That's why the base of the lesson is white supremacy, means the discrimination between black and white in South Africa. That's why go the subject matter and you are going to do better in written as well as in objective, that is MCQ. Chapter number 3, First Flight. Number 1 about Seagull and number 2 Black Dakota, DS088. Please refer the book for objective and subjective also. Next 4 chapter from the diary of Annie Frank. In this story we have studied about a girl whose name is Annie Frank and the teacher Mr. Kissing, and about a chatterbox, etc. Try to find out some objective questions as well as subjective for better performance in the exam. Chapter number 5, 100 dresses 1 and 100 dresses 2. In this lesson, already you have studied about Wanda Petronaski, how a Polish girl who is migrated to America and she lived in Boggin Heights. Her richest friend Peggy and Maddie always teased her because she always used to put on faded blue dress. This is an interesting story. Please refer the objective type questions and subjective type questions. Then you will do better. Go for chapter number 7. This is important, in which 3 chapters have been included. चैप्टर नंबर 7 में 3 प्रश्न पूछे गए, 3 विषयों पर आधारित है. पहला है ए बेकर फ्रॉम गोवा. The writer is Lucio Rodriguez. In this poem, in this lesson, you all have studied about a painter, that is baker. How till today the making of bread, making of loaf is still popular in the Goan village. The story is directly related to the social importance of loaf, that is cake, in Goan village. Next one is about Kurg, in which you all have studied about coffee and coffee plantations. About 30% of the land is surrounded or covered by the rainforest in Kurg. And we all have studied about the people of Kyrgyz because they are not Indian, because they are of Arabic descent. That's why the people of Kyrgyz are of martial character. Objective type K.M. Kariappa, who was the first field marshal of India, was a Kyrgyz. Next chapter is about tea from Assam, Arup Kumar Datta. The writer's name is Arup Kumar Datta, in which there are two friends and they are Pranjal and Rajveer. Pranjal's father, Mr. Barua, is the manager of tea garden in Upper Assam, that is Dhekiabari. Rajveer lived in Delhi. Both are classmates. That's why they went to Assam to visit the beauty of tea garden in Assam. Rajveer enjoyed very much, and the whole story has been described in the word of Rajveer. In this lesson, you have studied about the discovery of tea. Tea was discovered first in China in about 2700 BC. Tea has become a very popular beverage in the country and around the world. About 80 crore cups are used every day as a beverage or hot tea. The morning begins with hot tea. Then you can understand how tea is popular in India and in abroad as a beverage. In this lesson, the beauty of tea garden of Assam has been described. The panoramic view of mountains and tea gardens in Upper Assam has been described. If you go next chapter, Madam writes the verse in which 8 years old girl Valli Amai, shortly Valli has been described. Then go for objective type questions and subjective type questions. Question will be asked because this is an important lesson and this is a long chapter, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. If you go for next, then sermon at Banaras, Betty Renshaw. The writer's name is Betty. In this, you have a study about the life of Siddharth, that is Gautam Buddha. How a man became a son. How Siddharth became Gautam Buddha. What happened in his life that he left for his kingdom of gold. He left his wife, his son in sleeping mode and left ever for the enlightenment of knowledge. This is an important lesson. This is a sermon. That's why you should go for objective type questions and subjective type questions. Certainly you will do better in the exam. The last chapter, chapter number 11, is of the proposal. In this lesson, This lesson has been written by Anton Chekhov, and this is a drama. Wedding ceremony has been described. There are two mainly characters, Lomov and Natalia. In this lesson, it has been described how a man, that is Lomov, fell in love with Natalia. And next, how a wedding ceremony organized in Russia has been described. That's why I hope you all have prepared well. I am not going to teach you, or today I am not going to give any advice to you to do like this. But you have studied. As in the next day, you are going to appear at the exam for English subject. I hope you will solve objective type questions as well as subjective type questions in confidence. Thank you. Best wishes, Binod sir. Thank you.